Hey there guys, and welcome to the creation of the Extreme Completionist Skiller, an account that will defy the way that any restricted account has ever played RuneScape before. In this episode we'll tackle all of the most challenging quests and bosses to attain the absolute pinnacle of all level 3 skillers. Also, I won't forget to mention I'll show you all how to do this without gaining any combat experience at all, pushing the limits to the absolute max. Also, if you guys want me to cut these videos up into episodes in the future, let me know in the comment section below. Segmented videos would mean I'd go through further depth in each and every method I can showcase. Throughout this journey I plan to not only gain all cosmetic untradeable unlocks, I also plan on working towards Nightmare Zone ring imbues, experience boosting equipment, and even pushing past the quest point limit through nullification of certain quests. To start off, we'll explain the method behind the zero experience Mudskipper and Flippers, which will require 32 Slayer and the completion of the mini-quest Skippy and the Mogres. I will cover Slayer later on in the video, however 32 Slayer should be the first thing to tackle, as you'll have negative 60 crush bonus till you obtain the Flippers, adding an additional negative 2 bonus. The gear that you'll require is now on screen above. The Archer's Ring doesn't need to be imbued, although it can be done, and will increase the likelihood of damage. And you'll also successfully hit on average 1 out of 22 cannonball shots. To execute a kill, have an ult with your cannonballs and trade over one at a time to reduce the risk of double hitting after its spawn cycle. From this point, load, shoot, then stall the cannon one cycle behind the render distance of the Mogre spawn. While stall, use your fishing explosive which will action an animation from your character, moving your cannon one cycle towards the Mogre, thus granting the shot on command without getting any experience. The reason why you should consider tackling Slayer in the early stages of the account is to minimize the risk of losing progression by gaining combat experience late into your account build. This can be optimized through the use of Slayer partners, which I mentioned in my previous video, and can be done by receiving a task from an alternate Slayer account, giving you the ability to receive a task from any Slayer master. If you wanted further optimization, you can create a Slayer ult, quested and built only to provide certain tasks shown on screen, in which I've calculated the likelihood of damage under the circumstance that your attack style is on aggressive or defensive, brewed down on each hit to 0 attack, and negative 62 crush bonus. Taking into account all the variables shown on screen, you should be able to receive upwards of 13 million Slayer experience, in which I'll look into tackling in the future. Alternatively, if you don't want to risk any experience at all, you can choose the lamping method after completing the dig site quest, which unlocks cleaning finds in the museum. With this method, you're looking at around a consistent 1.2 to 1.5k XP per hour, equating to an average of around 2.5 lamps. Moving on to the quest segment of the video. Also, I'm only going to cover those quests deemed near impossible or incredibly difficult to achieve, with the restriction of 0 experience gain. To start off, we'll be looking into the Kendall, the final boss in the Mountain Daughter quest, granting the best in slot defensive helm, also known as a Bearhead, which is equivalent to a mithril full helm. This quest was until now thought to be impossible to complete without any experience, as the Kendall was assumed to be spawned the instant you've finished the dialogue interaction. However, you could never be so wrong. The Kendall that you interact with isn't actually the NPC you end up fighting. The tick you finish the dialogue is the instant it spawns a new Kendall. So by using stall manipulation within the chat dialogue, you can freely fire one shot at the Kendall during the render between two NPCs, granting 0 experience if done correctly. Now onto Shadow of the Storm. If you watched my previous episode, you would have seen me discover prevention mechanics for certain instances, eventually completing the quest with 0 experience. However, I thought I could delve a little deeper into the quest, and this is what I discovered. A great find, though fortunately the only items that can be duplicated are those generated from the cutscene, so if you're looking for 99 prayer and a restricted Iron Man like Goose, give this one a go. Alright, now that the stage is set, let's get right into Agrith Na. Now, unknown to a near 100% of the community, you may be wondering about the parameters that are needed for quest reward nullification, and that comes down to the quest dialogue HPQ flood manipulation. Unfortunately, there aren't many instances in which dialogue takes priority over quest completion, which also means there aren't many quests that you can manipulate. However, it does have many other uses. This feat was achieved by flooding the chat dialogue with an HPQ, getting damaged on the same tick, also instantly cancelling the option dialogue, alongside rendering in and out of the same instance on an alternate account at exactly the same time. The reason this works is due to subsequently ordering 2 or more elements with the same level of priority, which in turn renders unidentified, or also known as complete nullification. If that was a bit much to process, we'll move on to a few quests with boss fights that some may or may not know are easily completable. If you guys are interested in sneak peeks of bugs and game finds, go check out my Twitter at OSRS. I'll leave the link in the description. Also, consider taking a few measly seconds to subscribe to my bloody channel. Now that we've finished off the tough guy, dealing with the bandit champion is a little bit more complex, as he maxes a 10, your entire HP. So if you're doing this solo, make sure to die with some preset food, or alternatively have a main with you to help by casting Vengeance Other. With the feud quest complete, I decided it'd be a perfect time to quickly grab some well-needed wearable collection items. Moving on to the toughest boss yet, the Ice Queen, due to its level 95 defense making it damn near impossible to hit with the cannon, and don't forget we're level 1 range. And finally, without further ado, what you've all been waiting for, the entry into the elusive Mauritania. Yeah, to be honest, you'd just appear in Canvas without any teleport animation, as you'd queue a teleport and Abador Crank would simultaneously queue an HPQ teleport as it would think you're in Canvas, resulting in a teleport nullification. Okay, there's 2 quests in here that we can tackle. You got Creature of Frankenstein, which actually has no requirements that it thinks it does, and partially Garden of Tranquility. What I just tried there was a kill credit bypass, initiated on 2 ults in a collective instance within 0.6 seconds of the first interaction with the NPC. Unfortunately, with the NPC being so outdated, it didn't seem to trigger properly, so let's try this the old-fashioned way. And in tandem with Creature of Frankenstein, let's finish up with Garden of Tranquility. Now, because game integrity should be paramount, I will go and complete Priest Imperial to justify for my heinous actions into breaking into the Forsaken Lands. However, if you guys did enjoy today's video, I've purposely left some clips untouched for an episode 2. So if you're keen for something like that, leave a comment down below. Also, if you haven't already subscribed or left a like, bloody well do so now. Furthermore, I'd like to give a great thanks to Sperry for letting me use his music time and time again. And finally, take it easy, have a great day, and I'll see you for episode 2.